Here we have the function f of x equal to sine of 2x squared, and x is restricted to be between 0 and 2 pi. And so we want to find the intervals of, where the function is increasing and decreasing. So we look at the graph right here from 0 to 2 pi. So there are many intervals where the graph is decreasing and many intervals where the graph is increasing. And so first, to find the critical numbers so that we can identify the intervals of increasing and decreasing. And to find the critical numbers, so first we find the derivative, so sine squared of 2x. Let's rewrite it as sine of 2x squared. And then to do the derivative here, we'd use the chain rule. And so the chain rule, and then call this u. And so it'd be 2 times u, and then subtract 1 from the exponent, which is 1, and then times the derivative of u, which is sine of 2x. And then we have to do the derivative of sine of 2x. The derivative of sine of 2x, we have to use the chain rule again. This time, let u be 2x. And so this becomes cosine of u. And so the derivative of this becomes sine of u. And the derivative of cosine of sine of u is cosine of u. And so we get cosine of 2x. And then times the derivative of the u, which is 2x. And then this is just to the first. And then the derivative of 2x is just 2. So we end up with 4 sine 2x and cosine 2x. And to find the critical numbers, we would set the derivative here equal to 0. And so we have 4 sine of 2x times cosine of 2x equal to 0. Divide both sides by 4, then we get sine 2x times cosine 2x equal to 0. And so this means that sine 2x is equal to 0 or cosine 2x is equal to 0. Since we have a product equal to 0, then it's either the first equal to 0 or the second factor equal to 0. And then to solve this equation right here, we have to figure out where the sine is equal to 0. We know that sine of 0 is 0, sine of pi is 0, sine of 2 pi is 0, sine of 3 pi is 0, and sine of 4 pi is 0. And so we have the 2x is equal to 0, equal to pi, equal to 2 pi, equal to 3 pi, equal to 4 pi. Divide both sides by 2, and so we get x. 0 divided by 2 is 0, pi divided by 2 is pi over 2, 2 pi divided by 2 is pi, 3 pi divided by 2 is 3 pi over 2, and then 4 pi divided by 2 is 2 pi. So these are the critical numbers coming from this equation. And then we also get critical numbers from this equation. So we have cosine of 2x equal to 0. And so again, look on the trigonometric table of values, find where the cosine is 0. We know that cosine of pi over 2 is 0. Cosine of 3 pi over 2 is 0. Cosine of 5 pi over 2 is 0. Cosine of 7 pi over 2 is 0. So that means that 2x is equal to pi over 2 is equal to 3 pi over 2, 5 pi over 2, and 7 pi over 2. And then right here, divide everything by 2, or multiply everything by a half. Multiply by a half, we get x. Multiply by a half, we get pi over 4. multiply by a half, we get 3 pi over 4, and then 5 pi over 4, and 7 pi over 4. So we have many critical numbers. And the reason there are many critical numbers, because we can see that there are many intervals where the graph is decreasing and where it's increasing. And so we see that the function, so let's write this down, is increasing on the interval so let's put the list of the critical numbers together first. So we see that from 0 to pi over 4, so pi over 4 is one of the critical numbers. That's where the graph is increasing. 0 to pi over 4. And then the next interval where the graph is increasing is pi over 2 to 3 pi over 4. So pi over 2 to 3 pi over 4. And then the next interval would be pi to 5 pi over 4. So it would be from here to here. So it would be from pi to 5 pi over 4. So that's this right here. And then the last one is from 3 pi over 2 to 7 pi over 4. So from this number to this number. And then the function is decreasing this is going to be from pi over 4 to pi over 2. So it's going to be from here to here. And then the next one is this piece. So that's 3 pi over 4 to pi. So from here to here. And then the next one will be from this number to this number, from 5 pi over 4 to 3 pi over 2. And then the last interval is 7 pi over 4 to 2 pi. So 7 pi over 4 to 2 pi.